Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I have an incredible massive book haul for you guys. I was gifted books for the holidays, for my birthday. I was gifted gift cards. I went to Barnes Friday night. It's Monday, is the first of the month of 2024. So happy New Year's whenever it is you're watching this. And I'm just gonna jump right into it because I have so many books. I might give a little bit of a synopsis of what these books are about, but I'm not sure exactly. Obviously I have not read them, but this is why they're in a book haul, because I bought them and people gifted it to me because I wanted to really read them. So the first book is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. I have no problem with Colleen Hoover, and I'm actually excited to read this. My friend Lacey says that it makes her like she was sobbing the whole entire time, and I believe this is about a mother who tries to go back into her daughter's life, but obviously it's been years and she's having a tough time having people around her daughter accept that she is back and she wants a part of her daughter's life. So we can tell that this is going to be like a touchy, heartwarming, really sad book, and I cannot wait. I also have One True Love by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I believe her second book in this little like interconnected series is coming out this year, and I cannot wait. I heard that this book is amazing, like a true love story, and I'm really excited. I don't know if this is about the one. Okay, so this apparently, I was just reading a little bit in the back, apparently is about this girl who she falls in love, her husband or her boyfriend passes away, or so she thinks, and then she years later she finds this other person, falls in love with that person, creates a life of a life of her own and everything, and then finds out that her first love was not really dead, and she kind of has to juggle like figuring it out, who like her feelings, and taking the news of her first love not being dead how she thought he was. So I'm excited for this one. I also have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I've heard that this book is really good, a good representation of what anxiety is, and I'm actually excited for this one. I also got the first and second book in the I'm not sure what the series is called, Delicious Players Club. I got Praise and Eyes on Me. Apparently they're supposed to be really spicy, really like good. I believe this is an age gap, and then also this is like a stepsister, enemies to lovers, and this is obviously an age gap, workplace age gap. He's the boss, she starts working for him as a secretary, but she's also her son's or his son's ex-girlfriend. So I also got a Red Rising. I have not heard anybody say anything wrong about this series. I know that this series, I believe, is a 4-book series, I'm not sure, but I really wanted to read it because I've heard a couple people talking about it, and I want that, like, I don't know if this is like a fantasy, I believe it's a sci-fi like fantasy book, and I'm excited for this one. I also have the first book in the Don't Let Me series. I believe this is a forbidden romance. He is into her, or like his best friend's girlfriend. She's also his tutor, so like there's a lot. This gives me fall, this cover gives me fall, but I think I'm just gonna read it probably whenever I feel like I want to read like hockey. I believe it's hockey romance, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe this has to be like a hockey. I don't know, maybe it's not, but again, I have not heard anything bad about it, so I decided to add it to my Amazon wish list, and my fiance got it for me, so I'm excited for this one. I also got the whole entire Magnolia Park series right here. I started already with Magnolia Park, and I am 50 pages into the book. I love this book. Like, I can honestly say that I'm obsessed with Magnolia and BJ. I have no idea. about Daisy hates, like who Daisy hates. It has not been introduced in this book yet, but Magnolia and BJ are so toxic for each other, but they know that they are toxic for each other, and they know what got them there, and they choose it for themselves. So it's not something that it's like, you know, whatever. There is miscommunication, of course, like obviously, but the drama and everything that's going on in this, in the first 50 pages, I have highlighted so many good quotes already that I just cannot wait. I wish I had the old covers, but obviously I'm not gonna go searching for them. I just picked up the covers that are out now. Truly, truly amazing. Like, I cannot wait. I have all, and this is my first read for 2024. I'm reading this right now, and I'm obsessed. Another book that I picked up and that I actually picked this one up. I did not get this one gifted. It is The Son of Achilles. The reason why I have not picked this up sooner was because everyone was like, oh, it's a really sad book, and I wasn't into like sad books at the time, and I was like, oh, I don't want to read it. So apparently this is like a Greek mythology book, or it's about like Son of Achilles. It just sounds like that. So I'm actually excited. Whenever I'm in a sad mood to read a sad book, I will probably pick this up, because I've heard nothing but that the book is sad. Like, that's all I know. This book I bought myself, and I'm really excited to read it. This is Lotus. Apparently this is about these two best friends, like childhood best friends. The guy goes missing. I don't know if he was kidnapped or he was like captive somewhere. Years later he comes back, or like he escapes, and she is, you know, he doesn't remember anything of who he is, anyone from his past, anything. And I guess we see him like blossom. Like, I guess she has to help him with everything, like with his new life, to get accustomed to like new things. He doesn't know probably how to do certain things or how to do anything. So I feel like this is going to be such a heartbreaking story. I cannot wait. I've heard really amazing things. Obviously every book has their downfalls, and like people don't like certain books, but this one, I feel like if you like that love story, or that like I want to like memory, like childhood best friends, and what really is like to be heartbroken and then have that piece of your heart come back to you, but broken still, like I feel like this is gonna be amazing. This next book was a gift from Brenda, and she got it for me from my Amazon wish list. She got me the Addicted to You. This is the first book in the Krista and Rebecca Ritchie Addicted series. Apparently this is about a couple, like it follows different couples, but I believe she's addicted to sex, and he's addicted to like some sort of drug, I'm not sure. But we follow this couple. I've heard, again, nothing but amazing things. Like, this series next to Magnolia Parks series have like the same exact hype to me. Like, they have been really talked about everywhere, and I cannot wait to read it. I also got Jade City. Ashley got me this book from my Amazon wish list. I added this because I wanted a high, like adult fantasy. Like, I wanted more of an adult fantasy series to start with. I've heard nothing but amazing things about Jade City, like the Jade Legacy, and I believe it's Jade Ward, if I'm not mistaken, the third one. I know that there's a trilogy. I've heard nothing but good things. I want to like spread my horizons on other books that are not more of like fantasy romance. Like, I want to read more fantasy, and I found that Fonda Lee was someone that I could go for, and apparently this book is like really good, and the whole entire series is amazing, and I cannot wait to read more of this. I want to probably do more reading vlogs, and I will probably do like a reading vlog of like the whole Jade City series. So let me know in the comments if that's something that you will be interested in, but I'm so excited for this one. Thank you so much, Ashley, for getting that for me. I also got The Kingmaker. I believe it's called the Kingmaker series by Kennedy Ryan. I believe that there is a couple more books in this series, and I believe this is like a politics, enemies to lovers. They're supposed to be enemies, but they're working towards the same thing type thing. I love the covers. I picked this up at Walmart, and again, I don't know much about it. I just know that if Kennedy Ryan wrote it, I'm gonna read it. Like, I'm just gonna read it. I also have Lightlark here. I know that this is going to become a movie adaptation, if I'm not mistaken. It was picked up. That's probably not going to be here for a couple years, if what I'm thinking. I know that the second book came out, and I believe this is like a Hunger Games. I heard it's like a love Hunger Games type of book, and I wanted to read it. I wasn't interested in this book at all, but then I was like, I want to read more fantasy, more things that have that fantasy aspect with a little bit of romance, world building, all of that. And I've heard nothing but amazing things. I love this cover. I love books that are in paperback. I hate hardcovers, one, because they're expensive, and two, because you can get addicted to buying them, and again, you will be spending so much money. So I needed to wait for this to come in paperback, and obviously it is out in paperback. I believe her second book that's out now, I don't know what it's called, Knifing or Night something, that book is not in a paperback yet because it was just published. So hopefully I get to read this at the beginning of the year, so then the paperback comes out for the second one and I can purchase that one and I can read them like back to back. I was also gifted the whole entire Shatter Me series. I have heard people say that the series is really good, and I wanted to give it a try. I did read the first book and it did caught my eye. Like I was intrigued, like I wanted to keep reading it, but I only had the first one. And so if you follow me on my social medias, you know that we went through a horrible fire. We're good physically, but a lot of my things got lost. So I added the whole entire set to my Amazon wish list, and my fiance purchased it for me. So I did get this for Christmas. I'm actually really excited to read all of them. I believe there's some novellas in here that I don't have, if I'm not mistaken, or they might be included, in this, like in the books. I'm not sure. Now for when I went to Barnes on Friday. These are some of the books that I got from Barnes, and I also had them already like on my shelves, but they're new, so I haven't, so I got this for Christmas. This one is Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I read her Dreamland Billionaire series and absolutely obsessed, so I needed to get this, and I did. I got it for Christmas. I also got Hidden Pictures. This is a mystery thriller, and I'm so excited because there's actually pictures in this book. So that's just gonna make me remember everything like so much more, and like just make a picture in my head of what this book is about. The next book, I'm actually excited because the cover is gorgeous, and it is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I don't know. The covers, like the chapters, like the pages, I'm obsessed. I don't know. Hopefully I don't cry. I've seen people cry about this book. I'm not usually someone who cries, but I mean, if I cry, then so be it. So I also got this book that my friend gifted to me, and it is What Mother Once Told Me. I don't know what this is about at all. I know that it is a mystery thriller, I believe, or a horror, not sure. I also got, when I went to Barnes, Poppy War. I heard that this book is not for everyone, but I'm obsessed, and I like books that are not for everyone. So I can't wait to read that. I also got this book. I won this book on a giveaway on Bookstagram, and she asked what you would want, and I put One Dark Window. This book has been around TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. And so when I went to Barnes, I picked up the second book, which is Two Twisted Crowns. So now I have the whole entire like trilogy that is out. I believe there's another book coming out soon, so I want to catch up and read the first so I can read the second. And then I also picked up The Grace Year. I believe this is a sci-fi fantasy, if I'm not mistaken, but I've heard someone here on YouTube talk about it. I forgot her name, Kyra or Kara. I follow her for a long time, and now she became like a booktube person. So welcome back to booktube girl, or just welcome in general, not welcome back, because I know that she started reading, I believe this year, last year. It's the first. So she started reading 2023, and she said that this was one of her favorite books of the year, so I had to pick it up. I also picked up The Way I Used to Be. I believe this is based on a true story, and it touches like really hard, touchy subjects, and I want to read more out of my comfort zone, so I feel like this will be a great start to do that. I also got Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but I've heard Sarah Caroli talking about this book, and I needed to have it, so I picked it up. And the last book that I went to Barnes for is Never by Jessa Hastings. I've heard mixed reviews about this book, but again, with me loving Magnolia Parks and me wanting to read Magnolia Parks, the whole Magnolia Parks universe, I needed to pick up this book. This is her first fantasy book, and I believe this is a Peter Pan inspire or a Peter Pan retelling, something like this. I'm not sure. That is it, you guys. Those are all of the books that were gifted to me that I have. I'm gonna be doing another book haul soon. I have still money on some of the gift cards that I was gifted, and I was in the mood to pick up more books at the bookstore. There was nothing that really caught my eye, so if I see something else, I will go pick it up and make another book haul. Stay tuned to my channel. I'm gonna probably be doing, I have to do a TBR jar, picks my January reads with all of these books, because believe it or not, I don't have as many books as I had, obviously, because of everything that happened. So I'm going to be doing a TBR jar, picks my January reads, and then also I wanted to do more of like reading vlogs and things like that. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!